Bodybuilding foods. What delicious foods can give you super muscles? The world of the bodybuilder is not just about the gym. It's not all lifting weights and drinking protein shakes, although those do play a role. When most people think about how bodybuilders eat, they imagine strange foods that are exotic and expensive. But the truth is that bodybuilders eat in a way that we all should emulate. Bodybuilding foods. One big myth that needs to end. Another illusion many people have about bodybuilding is that bodybuilders eat huge amounts of food, including lots of protein. But the truth is that it's not the huge portions of protein that make the bodybuilder get big. Rather, their huge muscular growth comes from long hours of hard work in the gym, and genetics. Though we may not want to admit it, some people just bulk up faster than others, even when both do the same amount of work. But even if you're one of those who struggle to gain muscle, there are things you can do to make the most of what nature gave you. A study in Texas, performed by Douglas Padon Jones at the University of Texas Medical Branch in Galveston, had a group of healthy adults eat different amounts of lean beef. They found that only the first 30 grams of protein in a meal, about 4 ounces of lean beef, chicken, soy or dairy, was used to create muscle. The rest was used for energy, or turned into fat. Though you might have heard the myth that protein doesn't get stored as fat, the fact is that excess protein is broken down and either used or stored, the same as any other food. The study also suggested that elite athletes and bodybuilders can absorb slightly more protein per meal than others. So keep working hard to get the most from your protein. Bodybuilding foods. Lean proteins versus others. Like any nutrient, some proteins are healthier than others. The difference lies in the other nutrients in the food. For example, 6 ounces of steak has 38 grams of protein, but also has 44 grams of fat. 16 grams of that fat is saturated, which is nearly a full day's worth a single meal. On the other hand, salmon, considered to be a far better source of protein, has 34 grams of protein but only 18 grams of fat, only 4 of them saturated. Salmon is also a prime source of omega-3 fatty acids. Other low-fat protein sources include lentils and beans, which have the added benefit of fiber. Eggs are considered the perfect bodybuilding food because they are highly digestible. Every protein calorie in an egg can be used by the body, and all other protein foods are judged by that standard. Another great source of protein is turkey, or more specifically, lean, skinless, roasted turkey breast. Dark meat turkey and other poultry, while all high in protein, are also higher in fat and calories. If you are buying ground turkey, be sure to read the label to ensure that you are getting only white meat, otherwise it's no healthier than ground beef. Bodybuilding foods. Animal proteins versus plant proteins. All proteins come from either animals or plants. Once the body digests the protein, it is broken down into amino acids, which are then used to make other amino acids, enzymes, and hormones. The body can make all but 9 of the amino acids by itself. The remaining 9 are called the essential amino acids and must come from food. All animal foods can give you these nutrients, and are considered complete proteins because they contain all 9 essential amino acids. Plant foods are considered incomplete, because they lack 1 or more of the essential amino acids. Soy is the exception to this rule. For the most part, experts agree that you should get the bulk of your protein from lean plant sources. But be careful with the amount of soy you consume, since it can cause breast growth in some men. Bodybuilding foods. Protein supplements. The typical bodybuilder eats 5 to 7 small, evenly spaced meals throughout the day, a habit that takes a lot of care and planning. And with daily workouts and preparation for competitions, it's sometimes hard to find a protein-rich and portable small meal. As a result, many bodybuilders turn to protein supplements to keep their intake level up and sustain their energy. Protein shakes and bars are a good choice, but you have to be careful to choose ones that aren't too high in sugar to be good for you. ProfectR, a protein supplement from Protica, is high in protein but low in calories. It also has no added sugars or fat, so it is a healthier supplement choice than many others. Visit Protica.com for more information.